Hello, beautiful. Today we're exploring the hairstyles that might be working against you after 60, and I'm here to guide you toward choices that truly lift your spirits and face. You deserve to look as vibrant as you feel. And sometimes that means understanding which styles can actually age us rather than celebrate our beauty. We'll walk through 4 critical styling mistakes that experts warn about, and I'll show you exactly why they matter and what to do instead. This isn't about following rigid rules. It's about empowering you with knowledge so your hair becomes your best accessory. Each part will give you clear explanations, practical alternatives, and the confidence to make choices that highlight your natural elegance. Whether you're dealing with thinning hair, changing texture, or just want to refresh your look, these insights will transform how you approach your daily routine. Let's dive in together, and by the end, you'll know exactly which styles to avoid and which ones will make you feel absolutely radiant. Ready? Let's get started on this journey to your most beautiful self. The super long hair trap that's dragging you down. Let's talk about hair that falls past your shoulders. Beautiful. I know you might love the length you've had for years, but here's what's really happening. Gravity pulls those strands down, and with naturally thinning hair after 60, length can make your entire face look heavy and tired. Take a gentle look in the mirror right now. Does your hair fall limply past your collarbone? That length is literally pulling your features downward, creating the opposite effect of what you want. The weight emphasizes sagging rather than lifting. Here's what you can do instead. Book a consultation with a stylist who specializes in mature hair. Ask for a cut that hits right at your shoulders or just above. This length creates bounce and movement. When you remove that extra weight, your hair naturally has more body. Can you feel the difference when you imagine it? The transformation is immediate and powerful. You're not giving up femininity, you're gaining vitality. Tip 1. If you're nervous about cutting length, start with just 2 inches. Remove weight gradually until you find your perfect lifting point. This builds confidence without shocking your system. Tip 2. Fine hair after 60 looks thicker when shorter. The ends appear fuller because they're healthier and there's less weight pulling volume flat against your scalp throughout the day. Tip 3. Ask your stylist for internal layers that remove bulk without changing the outline. This technique keeps your preferred length while eliminating the heavy, aging weight that drags everything down. Tip 4. Consider a long bob that grazes your shoulders. This classic length works beautifully on mature women because it frames the face while maintaining feminine length and sophisticated elegance. Tip 5. Wavy or curly hair can go slightly longer than straight. Texture naturally creates lift, but even then, mid-shoulder is your sweet spot for maximum face lifting effect and youthful energy. Variations for different textures. Straight fine hair needs the most dramatic length reduction. Think collarbone or above. Wavy hair can handle shoulder length beautifully with long layers. Curly silver hair looks stunning at shoulder length because curls create natural volume and lift. Thick hair benefits from shoulder grazing cuts with thinning techniques to remove bulk without sacrificing coverage. Why this works scientifically. Hair naturally thins with age due to hormonal changes, and length plus thinning equals visible scalp and limp strands. Shorter cuts reduce weight, allowing roots to stand up naturally, creating volume that lifts your features. The eye travels upward rather than downward, making your entire face appear more youthful and energized. Essential tools. Quality hair cutting shears from a professional stylist, volumizing mousse for fine hair, round brush for styling, and lightweight finishing spray that won't weigh down your newly lifted length. Daily maintenance adjustments. Blow dry upside down for maximum root lift. Sleep on silk pillowcases to reduce breakage. Refresh with dry shampoo at roots every other day to maintain body and extend your style beautifully. The severe center part that emphasizes every line beautiful. Let's look at how you're parting your hair right now. Is it straight down the middle? That harsh center part is actually highlighting everything you'd rather soften. Here's what's happening. A center part draws attention directly to symmetry issues, thinning at the crown, and any vertical lines on your forehead. It's creating a frame that emphasizes rather than minimizes. Take your comb right now and try this with me. Create a deep side part instead. Start about an inch from your natural part line, and sweep your hair dramatically to one side. Can you see the instant difference? Your face looks softer, more balanced, and years younger. The asymmetry creates visual interest and draws the eye across your face rather than down the middle. This simple shift takes 10 seconds, but transforms your entire appearance. You're working with your features, not against them. Side parts create volume on one side, covering areas where hair might be thinning, and the diagonal line across your scalp is infinitely more flattering than that stark vertical division you've been wearing. Tip 1. Start your part just outside your pupil when looking straight ahead. This placement creates the most universally flattering angle that lifts and opens your face beautifully. Tip 2. If your hair resists a new part, wet it slightly, create the part, then blow dry in the direction you want. Your hair learns new patterns with consistent training over time. Tip 3. Switch your part side occasionally to prevent permanent thinning along one line. Alternate every few months to distribute the tension and maintain even density across your scalp. Tip 4. Use a tail comb for precision when creating your part. Clean, defined parts look more polished and intentional, elevating your entire style with minimal effort and maximum impact. Tip 5. Deep side parts work especially well if you have naturally wavy or curly hair. The volume on the heavy side balances facial features while the swept aside look appears effortlessly elegant. Variations for different face shapes. Round faces benefit from slightly off-center parts rather than dramatic sides. Oval faces can handle deep side parts beautifully with maximum drama. Square faces look softer with parts that start at the arch of the eyebrow. Heart-shaped faces need parts closer to center to balance wider foreheads with narrow chins. Why this works scientifically. Center parts expose the scalp directly, showing any thinning or widening of the part line that naturally occurs with aging. Side parts create volume through the lifting of hair across the head, using gravity to your advantage. The diagonal line softens facial features and creates dimension, while the asymmetry is inherently more interesting and youthful to the human eye. Essential tools. Rat tail comb for precision parting, lightweight volumizing powder for root lift at the part, small clips to set the part while styling, and finishing spray to hold your new direction throughout the day. Daily maintenance adjustments. Reset your part every morning while hair is damp from showering. Use your fingertips to lift at the roots along the part line. Apply dry shampoo underneath the heavy side for sustained volume and freshness. The flat, one-length cut that kills all dimension. Look at your hair from the side right now, beautiful. Is it all exactly the same length, falling in one solid line? That blunt, one-length cut is stealing all your dimension and making your hair look flat and lifeless. Here's what you need to understand. Mature hair naturally loses some of its diameter and density, so when you keep everything uniform, you're emphasizing the thinness rather than creating the illusion of fullness. Let me show you the solution. You need layers, not choppy ones, but soft, graduated layers that create movement and body. Think of it like this. When light hits hair at different lengths, it creates shadows and highlights that make your hair appear thicker and more dynamic. Book an appointment and ask specifically for long layers that start around your cheekbones. These layers will frame your face beautifully, while giving your hair the lift and movement it's been missing. Can you imagine how that movement will feel when you walk? The difference is transformative. You'll go from flat and heavy to light and dimensional in one appointment. Tip 1. Ask for face framing layers that start at chin level. These strategic layers draw attention to your best features while creating natural lift around your face and jawline beautifully. Tip 2. Avoid too many layers if your hair is fine or thinning. Ask for just a few long layers concentrated around the crown for volume without creating transparency or wispy ends. Tip 3. Internal layers work wonders for thick hair. Your stylist cuts underneath to remove bulk, while keeping the outer perimeter intact, creating movement without sacrificing density or coverage at all. Tip 4. Request point cutting rather than blunt cutting at the ends. This technique softens the edges, creates texture, and makes your hair blend naturally rather than looking like a wig or helmet. Tip 5. Layers should be longer in back and shorter around your face. This graduated length creates a subtle lift that's incredibly flattering and draws the eye upward toward your beautiful features. Variations for different hair types. Fine hair needs minimal layers, maybe 3 distinct lengths maximum, to avoid looking stringy or thin. Thick hair can handle multiple layers throughout for maximum movement and reduced bulk. Wavy hair looks gorgeous with layers that enhance natural texture and create beautiful, effortless-looking waves throughout. Curly hair benefits from carefully placed layers that remove weight while maintaining the curl pattern and preventing triangle shapes. Why this works scientifically. Layers create varying lengths that catch light differently, producing natural highlights and shadows that make hair appear fuller. The different lengths allow hair to stack upon itself, creating volume through dimension rather than weight. Movement is inherent in layered cuts because each section of hair moves independently, creating dynamic flow that draws attention. Essential tools. Professional layering shears used by your stylist, round brush for styling layers at home, texturizing spray to enhance movement, and lightweight styling cream to define individual layers without heaviness. Daily maintenance adjustments. Blow-dry layers away from your face using a round brush. Scrunch wavy layers with mousse for enhanced texture. Use a flat iron on just the face framing pieces for polish and definition. The overly tight styles that scream dated and damage hair. Beautiful. I need you to check something right now. Are you pulling your hair back so tightly that your scalp feels stretched? Those severe buns, tight ponytails, and slicked back styles are not only aging you, they're actually damaging your hair and hairline. Here's the reality. Tension causes traction alopecia, which is permanent hair loss along your hairline and temples where you're pulling hardest. Plus, that super tight, shellacked look reads as outdated and harsh, emphasizing facial lines rather than softening them. Let me guide you to something better. You can still wear updos and pulled back styles, but they need to be soft, textured, and loose. Start by gathering your hair gently, no pulling or tugging. Leave face framing pieces out deliberately. Create a low, loose bun or ponytail that sits softly rather than pulling your features backward. Can you feel the difference when you release that tension? Your face instantly relaxes and looks softer. Use your fingers instead of a brush for a more relaxed, modern finish that's easier on your hair and infinitely more flattering. Tip 1. Always leave some softness around your hairline. Gently pull out a few wispy pieces near your ears and forehead to frame your face naturally and create a romantic effect. Tip 2. Use fabric-covered elastics or scrunchies instead of thin rubber bands. These gentler options reduce breakage and don't create creases in your hair when you take them down later that day. Tip 3. Position your ponytail or bun lower on your head, at the nape of your neck. High, tight styles pull facial features downward, while low styles are elegant and timeless. Tip 4. Add texture before pulling hair back. A bit of dry shampoo or texturizing spray gives grip and creates a fuller, more dimensional look that appears effortlessly put together and modern. Tip 5. Twist sections loosely before pinning into a bun. This creates natural-looking volume and texture rather than a flat, severe appearance that ages and dates your entire look unfortunately. Variations for different occasions. For casual days, try a messy low bun with lots of texture and face framing pieces. For formal events, create a soft chignon at the nape with gentle waves pulled back. For exercise, use a low ponytail with a soft fabric band positioned loosely enough to avoid scalp tension, but secure enough for activity. Why this works scientifically. Constant tension on hair follicles causes inflammation and permanent damage to the follicle itself, resulting in irreversible hair loss. Loose styles distribute weight more evenly, reducing stress on any single area. Soft styles create shadows and dimension around the face that minimize lines, while harsh styles create stark contrasts that emphasize every wrinkle and age spot unfortunately. Essential tools. Fabric-covered hair elastics or silk scrunchies, U-shaped pins that hold without pulling, texturizing spray for grip and volume, and lightweight flexible hold hairspray that allows movement while maintaining your soft style beautifully. Daily maintenance adjustments. Never sleep in tight styles. Always let hair down before bed to prevent breakage. Alternate your ponytail position daily to prevent repetitive stress. Massage your scalp nightly to increase circulation and repair any damage. You've now got the knowledge to avoid the 4 biggest hairstyle mistakes that can age you after 60, and I'm so proud of you for investing in yourself this way. Remember, beautiful, it's not about following rigid rules, but about understanding what truly flatters and enhances your natural beauty. You deserve to feel confident every single day, and your hair should be working for you, not against you. Whether you're making small adjustments to your part, scheduling a fresh cut with strategic layers, or simply loosening up those too tight styles, every change you make is a step toward looking and feeling your absolute best. Take these expert insights and make them your own. Adapt them to your unique hair type, face shape, and personal style. You have everything you need to make beautiful, informed decisions about your hair going forward. If this helped you today, I'd love to hear about it. Like this video, subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Path, and comment your results.